Yeah, and as you beat them, they'll become enclosed in a rock. Dang it. Yeah, as you beat a palace, it gets buried in rock. But if you miss the item, or like you don't beat the boss and you leave, it won't. Even if you beat the boss and didn't get the item, it'll still be available because you can't really beat the game without the raft. I basically consider... Oh. We'll leave that there in case we need it later. Which I doubt we will, but... See, I just trick them. Get onto the gold path before they touch you and you don't have to fight them. Then the raft will take you across. I pretty much consider that the first half of the game. Once you cross the river, it's like the second half of the game. You have the rest of the palace. There's a lot more to explore. Those guys are one of my least favorite enemies. Those jumping eyeballs. Frickin' suck. Nice. Obviously, that's a hint as to what's going to be coming. See, you could just get magic off of these guys and just use the life spell and then they'll refill you up. See, this one's stupid too. She says, "I am thirsty," and gives you no hints as to what you're supposed to do. I could easily see people getting confused about that. I mean, granted, there's a water fountain right next to her, and you just click on it, crouch and click. Of course, I want to get some water, go give it to this chick, but, I mean, when I was a kid, I'd wander around looking for water in caves and all kinds of stuff. Now that spell helps out when you're fighting enemies like that jumping eyeball. You can't kill them with your sword. The only way you can kill them is by using this fire spell. But, I mean, most of the time it's not even worth using up the magic and the mana points. So I just usually skip by the enemies, but can't go through the game and miss a spell, you know? Let's see what she has to say. Hey, wait, I want to see if this is the... Let's see who's in this house. Yeah, who's like this guy? So that's like the small hints that you get. You have to talk to that guy like 4 times before he even says anything. And then even to know what the hint is, you know. First time playing is pretty confusing. See, these guys you can't kill with your sword. You need to use that fire spell. Which I guess I'll show you what it does. It only takes up 1 bar of magic, but I mean, it's still a pain in the ass to kill these things, even with it, so I mean, I'd just rather just bounce over their heads and not even have to worry about it. Alright. Yeah, generally when I don't need a... Oh, here, these things, you could just skip these too. Wait for an enemy to come. Walk over the It's like a pre-laid, like you're supposed to have to go into these specific fights, like this one has bubbles, but if you lure enemies over and then walk onto it, it doesn't work. You can bypass them. The only reason I bypass that one is because it's got those bubbles, and you can fall down into one of these pits and just instantly die, so I figure it's easier to just fight these things and skip over them. There we go. Don't even know where Nabooru is right now. Refill our life. See, this place is a secret because you can use this jump spell and get up on top of the buildings, which took me forever to figure out as a kid. Go down that chimney, and you're in the house. Move the camera down a little bit. I'm missing a tiny bit of the screen. Alright, so now is what I was talking about where we could do the up stab. So now I can jump up and attack and down. It's way more useful. Like those floating eyeballs, it's a lot easier to kill them off now. This is one of my favorite things here. You have to just save this kid, and I just think it's freaking hilarious. You'll see when we get there. I laugh every time. Guess I could have filled up my magic, oh well. I'm gonna just skip those spots again. This one's actually not bad. It doesn't have those bubbles, it's just enemies. And figures. And these suck too. You can only deal them damage when their eyeballs are open. Get an extra life here. There's only like one extra life, I think, in the overworld on here. I always think this is so funny. Oh, I forgot he was there. Oh well, we're just gonna skip him. Oh, never mind. So there's the kid that you're supposed to be saving. Now watch him when I grab him. I freaking love it. Link looks so happy. He just picks him up over his head and holds the child in the air. Now we gotta take him back to that town. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really mind the RPG elements in this game. A lot of people don't, but I mean, a lot of people don't really enjoy them. I think it's kind of fun leveling up and finding all the upgrades and building up experience and stuff. I like how that extra life that I picked up looks exactly like my character in the overworld. Oh, if this doesn't work the next time, I'll just go through it. Dang it, I went too early. Oh well. See, I just hate having to deal with all these frickin' bubbles. And it's not all that hard, I don't know. I just don't like playing that. Let's see what the name of this place is. Darunia. See, so that hint earlier told you to find this guy here. Revive. Go back to this old man, return his kid to him. If anyone knows if those are supposed to be men or women, let me know. I swear they were guys, but I don't know. I could see them being girls too, old grandmas. So that one there, reflect. Basically you cast that and then your shield can reflect particular attacks back at the enemies, which you'll see why you need that in a second. Well, a couple minutes. Once I make it to the next palace. Alright, we're just going through these, whatever. I better not die. Oh, I forgot to fill out my magic. Oh well. I'm not going back. So now basically we just got to go back to that palace that we saw over there. This can be kind of a maze. You can get into a lot of fights over here and stuff if you don't know the right direction. When I was younger, I used to kind of get lost and I would lose a life or two trying to get to the palace. Which stinks, because if you don't know where you're going in this game, you'll lose like 1 or 2 lives just getting to the palace. And then you have to complete the whole palace without dying at all. And if you die, you get sent back to where Zelda is. Here's a little secret over here. Guess it doesn't matter, I didn't fill up my magic. But yeah, I mean you'll lose a life or 2 over here, and then you have 1 life for the palace. And if you die, you gotta start back where Zelda is, and then work your whole way back here until you find the pattern, so you don't lose lives getting here. You definitely see why people say this game's hard, but I don't know. For me, I breeze through it. I never liked... Oh, here's a full one. Nice. Ah. Oh, what? Come on. I guess the other path would have been better. I think if I took the other path, it would avoid these guys. Nice.